calls him a legend, a true patriot, celebrated for his courage and integrity. A rare hero of the Customs Department who's remembered for his many life-risking events and encounters with criminals and smugglers. Recipient of the President's Award, it is my absolute honor and pleasure to welcome Mr. Costao Fernandes.
Pleasure to be with you.
Welcome to Corporate Militia.
My pleasure.
At Corporate Militia, we celebrate leaders that have served. And you, Mr. Fernandes, are a prime example of that. In an environment of toxic leadership, control, intimidation, abusive employers, you rarely come across an individual or a leader that has dedicated their life to serve the individuals that are entrusted to their care. A man that has served not just the department, but a nation.
कॉस्टा रिवॉर्ड्स के लिए काम नहीं करता, उसके लिए उसका काम ही उसका रिवॉर्ड है।
क्या नाम है तेरा? कॉस्टा फर्नांडिस।
कम से कम 1,500 किलो का गोल्ड डाला है।
सर अगर ये लैंडिंग हो गई ना तो इट विल बी द बिगेस्ट लैंडिंग इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया।
कॉस्टा ने कोल्ड ब्लडेडली एक इनोसेंट सिविलियन को मारा था, वो भी उनकी आंखों के सामने।
ये लॉलेस लोगों को वहां पकड़ना चाहिए जहां कोई लॉ नहीं लगता। सर इस बार लैंडिंग ही नहीं होने देंगे। जब तक कॉस्टा जिंदा है, will not rest in peace.
एक्चुअली तो ये केस होना चाहिए था कस्टम्स ऑफ इंडिया वर्सेस डिमेलो, और केस क्या चल रहा है? सीबीआई वर्सेस कोस्टाओ फर्नांडिस। हमारी सोसाइटी में सबको चाहिए कि ऑफिसर ऑनेस्ट हो, ब्रेव हो, लेकिन अपने घर में नहीं, बाजू वाले घर में।
Congratulations, Mr. Fernandes, on the release of your biopic, Costao.
Thank you.
A May 2025 release. My question to you, Mr. Fernandes, is how accurate is the movie to the reality of your circumstances?
The cinema has a limit, and the movie covered just one part of my life. It is very close to the real event.
Excellent. Work is viewed differently by different people. For some, it's a means of earning a living, a sign of social status, but some view it as a burden. As a success story, what has been your attitude and philosophy towards work?
My attitude towards the work of my organization is to be sincere and honest to the core and do the duty perfectly.
For our viewers that work in different settings and different environments than you did, what I want to know is, through your many obstacles and challenges that you faced, what was the basis of your decisions?
If I to describe in one word, it is the interest of the nation and my conscience.
Whether professional space or personal, what have been the major influences in your life?
My major influence is my NCC, which gave me the discipline and the resilience in the service. And I got the courage from my dad, who has got a Seva medal given by the government of India for his service to the society. And in my childhood, I was loving sports. That gave me another boost, never to give up and never to surrender. You do your duty sincerely, honestly, then there is no fear.
Correct. In your tenure as a customs officer in Goa, you were embroiled in a legal battle. During one of your encounters with a smuggler in which he was killed, charges of murder was imposed against you. Even though this happened in the line of duty, both the civil court and the high court ordered for the case to continue. In Supreme Court, you were faced with a unique challenge. One is to reveal the identity of your informant. If you did that, that would strengthen your case and increase the probability of a favorable outcome. You decided not to reveal the identity of your informant. Why did you do that? And what was going on in your mind at that time?
Actually, revealing the identity of the informer is a crime. is what I feel. And if I reveal, the mutual understanding between the informer and me, it will be collapse.
Right.
So I decided to keep his identity secret at the cost of my own life.
Right.
If I reveal the name of the informer, next day he will be vanished from this world.
Had you been convicted of murder, would you then have regretted your decision of concealing the information about your informer, or would you still continue to remain steadfast?
Not at all.
That's excellent. You worked tirelessly to create a safe environment for your people, for your team. Were your supervisors able to create the same safe space for you?
Yes, absolutely, I seen it. And whole department was stood behind me.
How long did the trial last? The waiting season must be agonizing and unsettling. Tell us about it.
The trials lasted for 2 years. It was really painful and agony. But I kept my patience, resilience, and faith in the system. And thereafter, I seen that I have lost so much ground, but I gained some height.
That's true. That's true. During the trial, did you feel abandoned and alone? Did it feel like the same system that you fought for had now failed you?
No. During the trial, the department and my friend circle supported me full-heartedly. And they have contributed finance also for my Supreme Court advocates. That's how I could win the case in the Supreme Court.
So the support of your colleagues, your supervisors was really immense for you during
Yes.
You did not at any point feel abandoned or alone.
No. And my family and department was supporting this thing, then you have no fear of fighting anyone.
Wow, that's a great team you had.
Yes, definitely. That's why I always salute them. In my entire career, I will be in debt to them all.
Wow. What have been the top priorities in your life?
My top priority is my fitness. If I am fit, I can think better, I can work better, I can do better.
By definition, a person's legacy is the lasting impact they have on the world. It's about the values they embody, it's the relationships they build, the contributions they make, and the change that they inspire in others. You were at a recent convention which involved some very senior bureaucrats and their families. What I've heard is that you were surrounded by a few children, and some of them said this. They said that they wanted to be like you. So my first question is this a true story? And second, what do you have to say about your legacy?
When the movie is over and the children was so excited and they came running to me and said, "Uncle, I want to become like you." Seeing that one, the other child has hugged me and said, "Uncle, I want to become like you."
Wow.
That was really made my day that day actually. And I was really, my heartwarming, this thing, it was real event. We need such motivations to promote our children to shape their characters, which will help the nation building for the future.
Did you ever imagine yourself to have such an impact on the community or country at large?
I did not ever think of this type of things will happen to me. But the nature of our work is very secluded and we are not coming in the public domain like.
Correct.
So we are working behind the curtains. So exposure is very limited. So to get now in the limelight is a very rare. So I was not expected, and I am not for that glamour.
Correct. True leadership demands a price. The cost could be self-sacrifice, criticism, loneliness, pressure, even relationships. Now, you've paid a heavy price for your convictions. Tell us, what is it that has cost you dearly?
Actually, I lost 7 years of my life in this case. I was not allowed to go for the raids. My action was limited.
Correct.
I have to be separated from my family
Right.
due to security reason. And all this actually was giving me a big trauma in the staying alone. Otherwise, it was department was and family was behind me, so that can survive me in this critical situation.
Correct. I heard someone say this, that courage in leadership is highly underrated. Being a leader requires courage. Now, on one hand, you have yourself, Mr. Costao Fernandes, a man who's displayed extraordinary courage against overwhelming odds. Now, what I want to ask you is, where is this courage rooted in?
This courage is rooted from my father's leadership in the community and his surroundings. He was a sarpanch in the community, and he was the leader of the community. And I saw him saving so many lives from the sea, drowning, and that gave me the courage and that leadership in me.
What was your first reactions and thoughts when someone first approached you for a movie?
I said no first. Then I called my daughter,
That is Marissa.
Marissa, and she said, Dada, yes, you have to go ahead with it. I said, why? Says, no. The people should know that what you have done for the department and to the nation.
Do you think Nawazuddin Siddiqui was a good representation of you?
Of course, Nawazuddin is a down-to-earth person and very natural actor. When I first met him, I see him that he can do the justice to my role.
Perfect. Do you now feel like a celebrity after the release of the movie?
No, not at all.
Excellent. Has people's reactions towards you changed? Do they look at you as a celebrity and want to get your autograph?
I was living a very secular and my private life. Training the kids, I used to teach them athletic and martial art. And now, after the movie, now they look at me and smile at me
They look at you differently?
differently now.
What's next on your to-do list?
In 2023, I represented India in the European Master Championship. And in that championship, I got 2 gold in 100-meter hurdles and 300-meter hurdles.
Wow.
I want to represent India again for the World Master Athletic Championship in America, which will be held.
You worked for a law enforcement agency for 35 years. During the course of your work, you've investigated many corporations and HNIs. What is your message to them today?
My message to them, zero tolerance to the corruptions and strictly abide by the law of the land and no compromise on the ethos of the company.